I'm here with the Ohio Valley University head women's lacrosse coach, Max Ruhl. Coach, this will be the inaugural season for women's lacrosse here at OVU. We have had men's lacrosse for several years, but I know there are some differences in the rules and the way the game is played. Can you explain a few of those differences for those of us who are unfamiliar with the game?
Yeah, so starting off equipment-wise, sticks completely different, pockets completely different type of technology. Rules for the depth of the pockets are different. Then you start talking about field lines. Instead of halves, we actually go into thirds on the field. There's a lot more with the lines where you get closer to the cage. Talking about the 8-meter critical scoring area in there, having penalties in there. Then you look at the physicality of the game where body checks aren't necessarily allowed. Not to say they don't happen, but they're not allowed with the game. And roster size is a little bit different just because of the style and the tempo of the game. There's a lot more stop and go with the women's game, so substitutions don't necessarily happen on the fly as often with the men's, but with the shot clock coming in next season, I'm sure that there's going to be some changes with it, and it'll pick up the pace a lot more.
Your team went through fall practice, and now you guys have had several practices for in-season. You've had some time to evaluate your roster and your players. How are you guys looking so far?
Roster's a little thin, to be honest, but I'm not too concerned about it. The girls have really been drilled and honed in on controlling the ball, moving as a unit, so making sure that we're talking with stick protection, just constantly moving and rotating and rotating. We've probably spent minimal time actually free play, and it's been more instructional. We need to be positioning ourselves here. If the defender comes this way, then we need to position the stick here, always going shoulder ball, and just reiterating that every single day, every single drill, over and over and over again. I'm really excited though because the girls have invested a lot of themselves in the program, and they're always coming up trying to have something of their own from previous programs, and of course we're happy to have that in there because it makes it their team.
And this is the second season for women's lacrosse in the GMAC. There's a couple of teams that are playing. Talk about the level of play and the competition that you expect to face.
I think it's going to vary a lot. You've got Ursuline, who's in their 4th season, I believe, and then AB, they're going to be in their 5th season, so they've got a little more maturity at the game with the college level. But you know, everybody's got their weaknesses. Davis and Elkins, they're a newer program. They're only a year ahead of us. Depending on how their recruitment class went last year, you know, we could be pretty good contenders with them, even though we're a first-year program. Our kids are just really driven, so you're going to see all sorts of talent throughout the season.
And final question for you, Coach. Talk about your roster a little bit. Maybe who are some of the players that we should be on the lookout to make an impact on the field this year?
Yeah, starting off, our goalie, she's probably been one of the most skill-improved kids. Just working with me, drilling down, talking about fundamentals and the steps and the clears and what we need to be doing in communication. So I'm excited and eager to see how that relays to actual game time. Then her roommate would be Emily Prentice. She just joined us this semester from Australia. She's got a vast experience at the international game. So seeing her with a higher maturity than I would expect coming in as a freshman is really exciting. Her athleticism is great. She's extremely intelligent as well. And then just across the hall, actually, they've got our other two, or one of our chopsticks is what we call them, with Kayla Stewart and Emily Prentice. But Kayla Stewart is extremely gifted. She's tall, she's athletic, she's intelligent, she knows how to utilize her speed and her body. She commands the field very well in the practice. And then Hannah Bennett, she's kind of one of our wild cards. She's probably one of the most aggressive players that we have on the field, but I don't say that in a negative way. It's an energizing facet to her. She's constantly pushing kids in a positive manner, so she's going to be one of the driving forces out there for us this season. And then Kelly Washington, she's from Long Island, so she grows up in a very lacrosse-rich background. and she's probably got one of the softest hands on the squad. So having her at the attack and kind of controlling the offense, it's going to be great to watch her play and develop over the course of the season and then on throughout the years. And then we have Victoria Cross. She's from Georgia, so she's a little bit young with the lacrosse background, but she's extremely athletic. She drives and works hard. If you give her something to do, she's going to go out and do it, and she's going to work at it until she has it.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for your time and good luck in the upcoming season.
Thanks.